Appreciate you hitting the button. Welcome to the How to Hustle podcast with Hype. This is episode 79. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. It's Hype. It's not hype. I'm not geeked up. Very big and special guests in the building today. A lot of them going on today. Introduce yourself to the audience. Ladies first.
You want to go first? What up, though?
That would be y'all. The ladies would be the women.
What up, though? It's SG and Tashi from the What Up, Though podcast.
Bruce. Let them know. Let them know where y'all from. You know, international hype, not just a hashtag. It's a way of life.
Detroit, Michigan. What up, though? You know where we're from. What up, though?
Salutations, Bruce LeeRoy. Unpopular Opinions Podcast, Dallas, Texas, checking in.
This is Uncle B, Philadelphia. I'm just trying to get up. Oh, I'm sorry. Bridging Gap Podcast, man. Philadelphia. I'm still asleep, pass. I'm sorry.
Copy that. Y'all already know. Bruce, you get comfortable, baby. Here comes the rundown. Sir. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at I am Hype. That's HYMPE. You also follow the clothing line. This is one of the jerseys. This is a custom hustle jersey right here. This is the red Hype. You know what I'm saying? I would turn around so y'all can see all of that. Custom Hustle World on Instagram, Custom Hustle Co on Twitter, custom jerseys, jackets, t-shirts, sweatsuits, you name it, we can make it happen. And we got the baby clothes in as well. Basketball jerseys and hockey jerseys is in now too. H2H Cleaning at H2H Cleaning on Instagram only. That is my cleaning company. But if you make it worth my while, I will slide down to Texas and then go out to Michigan and make your situation all the way right. Now, E-Block Radio Network every Monday, 2 o'clock on the E-Block Radio Network, GFT Radio Network, 2 o'clock on Tuesday. Wednesday is 216 The Blend, 8 a.m., 8 p.m., and also at 12 midnight now. Thursdays is WTNUphilly.com at 12:30. Fridays, the I Say Podcast Radio Network at 10 a.m. Saturday is the THC Media. And for my girls, what up, though? Sunday, we still have not locked in anybody on that time slot. We are still trying to make that happen.
He's still looking for a Sunday slot. Come on,
that's what I'm telling y'all. Something preferably on the West Coast, you know. We're trying to make that happen.
Like, what the hell is going on? What the hell?
Hey, I'm saying shout out to my girls for the What Up Though podcast. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make that West Coast thing happen for Sundays. All right, y'all. So y'all ready? Episode 79. Bruce, you good and comfortable over there?
Yes, sir.
Now, this one is we going back to the marriage situation. My bad, y'all. Y'all know I got a lot going on, as you can tell from the rundown. We never hit back on the marriage situation. So here we are a year later. We really like to build up the anticipation over here. This episode is, why isn't marriage the goal? Why don't you want to get married? Talk to me, Bruce. You start this one off for me.
Okay. Long story short, man, I'm a loner by nature, man. And truth be told, I be trying to just get some peace and just quiet, man. I got kids. You know, you can hear them in the next room, my lady in there or whatever, but sometimes I just be overwhelmed with too much, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much going on. The way my mind is set up, I can't really function like that. My mood be bad, and they ain't did nothing. It's just like, damn, I just want some peace and quiet, some alone time, but they don't have that, you know what I'm saying? So I know with marriage, that ain't how it's supposed to work out, you know, so how it's gonna work out. So that's my main thing in the back of my mind.
Is it that you can't? Shit. All right. Well, I mean, just go in. I'm gonna go individually and go at everybody's when they say their thing.
Wait, I got a question too. You said you got a girlfriend?
Yes, ma'am.
But y'all don't live together?
We do now, yeah.
He just said she in the upper room. He hopes she ain't got the cut to the
wall. Yeah, we do now. I mean, honestly, it's not her fault, not their fault or whatever. It's strictly me. And like I told her, she's always wondering why I'm just dead quiet sometimes. Like I said, it ain't that I'm mad at them or her or whatever. It's just y'all are so loud. I'm just trying to find the little pocket of quiet that I can. You know what I'm saying? Because before it was them, it was just me.
So all right, that's definitely one of my things. Is like, how come you be talking so low? It's like, cause y'all motherfuckers are too loud.
Right.
I don't like a lot of noise. So
I'm hoping I would tone it down a little bit if I.
That's what I'm saying. If I can just try to set the standard of we not trying to talk that fucking loud in here. All right. So basically, what this sounds like to me though, Bruce, is not, you don't really got an issue with getting married. You just got an issue with the responsibility that comes with all of this. Being the one that's at the head of that table and all of the pressure falls to you, that's not really a problem with the marriage. That's just like, kids, wife type of thing. Like, that's just what happens when you keep having sex with no condom and then get a vasectomy.
Right. The main thing is, just if I want to just be by myself, I don't have that option. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go watch a game or whatever the case may be, but that shit only lasts. That shit don't last so long.
So this is what I was about to say. All of that is just finding the right person who understands that I need my time and you need yours. That ain't really necessarily like an anti-marriage thing. That's just we haven't found the right situation thing. Not saying I don't know what your current. Let me rephrase this, because we need her to hit the button too. Appreciate the 5 stars. I don't want her to hear this. I don't want her to hear this and hear that I'm saying she's the wrong situation because I don't know her. What I'm saying is that's something that we need to sit down, talk, communicate, and understand that, like, look, I love us, but I also love me too. And before I knew how to be a we, I knew how to be a me. And I also still need time to be me without it always being us. All right, we're going to go to one of the ladies right now. Tachi seems to be nodding right along. So we're going to go to Tachi and see what she thinks about the situation.
You want to know why I don't want to be married?
Yes, we need your specific answer, Tachi.
I just feel like marriage is a very long-term contract, and I feel like people change too much for that. Like, we're ever evolving, and you don't know that somebody gonna evolve the same way that you do. I don't know that in 10 years our paths are gonna be aligned just because they are right now, and that don't mean I don't want to be with you. But I feel like putting the shit on paper and making it legally binded and I just feel like it's kind of backwards, because if we know that we evolving and it's not guaranteed for shit to work out in the long term, why are we putting a lifetime agreement? Like, life is long. It's short, but it's long. When you talk about being with somebody forever, and I don't know, I just feel like it don't even have to be about you like being interested in other people, but you might just not like that nigga no more. And they might not like you. There's a lot of married people I know who don't like each other. And I don't think that's a good way to live.
All right. So this is a future episode. So I really don't want to go all the way in with this.
I'll be there. I'll be there. Don't you worry. I'll be there.
This is one thing I know. I know y'all locked in. Sometime when I send Tosh the link, she say, "Oh, I started last night already. Appreciate you hitting the button." Is that though? Yes, obviously, people change and you shouldn't be the same person at 21 that you was at 51. So is it though that you try to find a person that you can grow with? Y'all also kind of always have to be finding new reasons and ways to love each other, things to appreciate about each other, because like you said, you're going to change. Things will be different. Yeah, I'm not going to be the same when we had no kids versus we got 2 kids versus, well, the kids is out of the house versus now we got grant. Like, it's always going to be an ever evolving situation, but you got to find that person that you're willing to grow and change with and for.
Absolutely. And you should proactively, you should do all of those things to try to make sure that y'all grow together. But that's not how shit always works. We all know that life is not a fairy tale. Life is not a dream. And people change, and sometimes shit goes in the wrong direction. And people change, and sometimes people just wake up and decide they don't like you no more. They don't want to be in this, or they've been repressing stuff and holding it in, and then all of a sudden everything blows up in your face. And now you got kids and a house, and you paying alimony and doing all types of crazy shit that wasn't necessary if y'all was
you just hit it on the head. Nobody wake up one day and just say, you know what, Touch, I ain't fucking with you today. It was a lead up that we got here. There might have been baby steps. It might have been something big, but if we didn't communicate, talk about that, if we wasn't looking to grow our situation together, if we just look to grow apart, because like I'll use myself for example. If I'm looking to grow all these different businesses and shit, and my wife is just like, yeah, I don't believe it, I don't see it, and I don't like approve of it type of thing, she's not growing with me in the situation. So it's like, yeah, we constantly doing this until we just get to one day where it's like we on 2 different sides of the fucking building. Right. That's a problem. Most people, most dudes don't be wanting to have them conversations because they uncomfortable and they hard to have. But you gotta have them uncomfortable.
I don't be want to have them conversations, but if you in something there, I'm a nigga. A perfect example. I don't want to do that shit, but you can only be accountable for you. You can sit here and think that y'all being as honest can be with each other, and one of y'all not on the same page as the other one and not communicating it. It's always a chance that shit could be a way that you don't think it is.
Oh,
I just feel like people are meant to, I'm not gonna say I feel like people are meant to connect, but you only really got you. Like you can't 100% say like, oh, I know you so well that I know that you feel this way or that you're being completely honest with me. You don't always know that. And the more you get to caring about people, sometimes people don't say shit to spare your feelings.
See, that's one thing I do hate though. Once you die now, you was everybody's best friend and everybody loved you and this, that, or whatever. That's why I always am like a give you your flowers while you're here type of person. Because don't show up posting 15 pictures of me the day that I die. Oh, Hank, this was this and it was that, when you ain't telling me none of that shit. And my wife is not to be DM'd by anybody. My wife is not for the public. So do not be sending my wife no DMs talking about, oh, that was my man, and no. Right. Shooting in her DMs. Oh,
yo,
you was happily separated for a while. Happily not together for a while.
What I used to say, I'm married but single.
Married but single was the term that Uncle used to use on the BTG podcast.
Yeah.
So, what is it about that situation? What is it about the marriage situation that would have you say, I'm not going back there?
Well, I learned a lot from my first one. You know what I mean? If I was to go back, man, I have to do more research. My first marriage, we was brought up in two separate areas of the city. I was brought up a little better than they was brought up, probably. You know what I'm saying? So, it just didn't work out because on a long run, they would do things like, do shit that I didn't agree with because this is how she was raised. This is how I was raised. We was raised by two different people. My parents was together. My parents was married all their life. You know what I'm saying? Well, all my life. I'm sorry. My dad was my inspiration. So when I got married, I tried to do everything my dad did with my mom. You know what I'm saying? Go to work, take care of the family, and try to do it all, man. And it just didn't work. The only way that I would go back and get married again, I would have to get somebody that's on the same type time I'm on. You know what I mean? So that way, when we grow and change, at least our mindset is the same.
What made you not do that homework the first time?
It was more like, first of all, I was much older than her. And I was much older than her at the time. And I really thought about it. And I was like, I had to sit down and think about it, but I didn't think about long term. I thought I could change her if I gave her everything. Like I said, because she was where she come from, you know what I mean? It wasn't where I came from. So if I feel like if I gave her the world, show her a new life and all that good shit, she would,
be appreciative type of thing.
Not be curious, just jump on a board and start thinking like I'm thinking. You know what I mean? And we can grow together as one. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, if I help you pay for school or whatever, so when you marry and your levels is different. Our levels is different. So if I can, in my mind, if I get her up to my level, one day if I fuck around and I might fall or something, she already up there to help me out this time. You know what I mean? I don't want to just stay up here and she's down there. Come on, let me bring you up here. We're going to make the same amount of money. That way, if anybody fucked up, we got each other. You know what I mean? But it's all about how you was raised, man. You know what I mean? Her parents wasn't there. My parents was there. I seen how that shit go. I ate Sunday dinner at 5:00. They might eat it at 8:30 at night. You know what I'm saying? Every fucking day. Every Sunday, same time. Matter of fact, every day after school, yeah. You know what I mean? It was just shit that I was raised on that they wasn't raised on. Now I got these two kids, that I'm trying to, the little 3 days that I have out of the week with them, I'm still trying to set the bar up, give them the game that I had. Now the other 5, when they go back, the other 5 is different. You understand what I'm saying?
Something's up with that math. 3 and 5 is 8, not 7.
Oh, I'm sorry. For 4 days. I'm sorry. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm sorry. You know, I just started a new gig, so yeah, 6 days a week. I'm
my man
up.
Unc used to be the king
Yeah,
around this bitch.
Yeah.
Now Dan fucking him over.
Yeah. So in order for me to get married again, I'm a real funny person. I need her to be funny. I need her to be on the same type vibe I'm on. You know what I mean? I want to go places. I want you to go places. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of shit that we and as you get older, things might change. But you gotta realize when you get married with somebody, you know, them words mean something. You know what I mean?
So
Everything I say, you know, that means something. Yeah.
So this is what it sounds like to me here. This is a problem that people do have here.
You're not
You
equally
just
yoked.
said but he said my dad set the example for me because I had my parents and she didn't. So I bought all of that shit that my dad did and tried to instill that to us. You can't do that. You can't try to make it all about this is how I grew up. She making it all about this is how I grew up, because now y'all just butting heads. It's not about how we growing together. That's not us communicating that, look, how do we want to run our household? What time do we want to have dinner? Not,
you gotta
we eat at
realize
5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying?
But you
Because we was more of a 7:30 kind of people.
Yeah, but you make sacrifices. But when I say my dad it's just like him just being a man, being there for everybody. You know what I mean? Playing that role.
God, don't lose me with that, because I totally understand that. And my dad was the same thing for me. My mom and dad was together since the 60s and all of that. So I looked at the example that I was given from my dad, but also you still got to understand though, it can't be about this is how, like I said, we had dinner at 5 o'clock. It can't always be like this is how I did it and this is how I grew up and this is what I know it is, because she don't understand that. Like you just said, she didn't come from that. That's not the understanding of the world that she got. So when you come telling her about 5 o'clock and all she ever knew was 8 o'clock, we got to talk about that shit before we end up sitting at this table.
That's what I'm saying. You got that's why that's little stuff that messes up. Like that's why I gotta say, like, you know, if I was to do it again, I gotta do more better research. You know what I mean? She was, you know, my marriage was crazy. Like, you know, I took on a whole lot of responsibilities, but I thought all that too, because she already had 2 kids when I met her. Well, she had one, you know, a baby and an older kid when I met her. So I sat down and took all that on. So now I'm raising these 2 boys, you know, that don't have my blood in me, but I'm still raising them as if they do. And, you know, like my youngest here now, he's 11. You can't tell him that I'm not his pop. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still, you know, in this. Even though we're not married no more, it still feel like we are, but it's just, you know, it's I don't know if I could do it again. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this day and age, man. Shit done changed now. It's shit goofy out here now.
Oh no, we gonna get there.
I'm just saying, yeah.
I got you. I got you.
Right.
I'll get us down to court. You know what I'm saying? Paid talent, baby. Shouts out to my girls from What Up Though podcast. They are officially paid
30
talent.
minutes ain't enough.
No, that's why we're gonna go at least 35. Shout out to my girls from the What Up Though podcast. They paid talent now, you know what I'm saying? They're fresh off of a live show. Now we're gonna get some of that professional advice from Just G. What's going on, Jess?
So
what up, though?
What up, though? I want to preface and say I'm not anti-marriage. However, there are a lot of things that come with marriage that as I get older, I'm not sure if that's what I really want to do. When you're looking at marriage from a woman's perspective, we're supposed to be the submissive one. We're supposed to honor thy husband, and we're supposed to let them take the head. Well, at 32, 31, not 32 yet.
And you was going back.
I know. I usually say I'm 30 until I'm 40. At 30, just gonna scratch that from the tape. At 30, when you're already set in your career, you've been a single parent I've been a single parent for, my daughter's 9 now, and I've pretty much made all the decisions, and I've gotten to this point by myself. For me, it's hard to be like, oh, this man is here, let me depend on this man.
and let me allow this man to make these decisions, or even trust this man to make these decisions because he's the man and that's just what he's supposed to do. I'm supposed to follow his lead. So I feel like unless it's more of a partnership where we both are looped in on things, not saying that I can't follow your lead, but I should still be able to ask questions. I should still be in the know. I should still know what's going on in general, instead of you just saying, oh, well, I'm the man, so I got it. You ain't got to worry about it. And I'm having a hard time, even with my current situation, to say what's worth fighting for. Like, you can, if you're on two completely different pages and it doesn't seem to be any resolution, at what point do you feel like, okay, well, this fight, we're losing this fight? When you're married and there's no out, because I can easily start playing Fantasia right now. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. And then you can just leave and I can, go out and be with the girls and have a good time and listen to Mary J. Blige on the way home and be okay. If we're married, I come home and nigga, you still there. So now what am I supposed to do? If we keep having the same argument and there's no resolution, what's worth fighting for? I don't know. In a marriage, you kind of seem like you're stuck and you're just supposed to work through it. But now I could just be like, deuces. It is no repercussions.
Yo, hold up, man. Episode 97 from What Up Though. It's just funny as hell that you brought that up. I text you, yo, that was a good episode. I got a couple topics and shit from there. And that's the shit that I got right from there. And you went right for it. Like,
if you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
That's a future episode.
Can I say
right
something?
There. Go ahead.
Can I say something? In your situation, I feel as though like if you do meet somebody and you already up, y'all could just be up together. He doesn't have to take charge. You don't have to have a man to take charge. He should not want to take charge because you're there already. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to be submissive because you didn't did all you can. You there. I mean, you got your own career. You already. Yeah, I hate the word too, but you already there.
That was like episode 12,
he's just
I believe.
Right now. He's just, when he comes in, he should realize, listen, I'm just a partner. Damn, let's do things. Everything we can, if you want to do 50-50, you want to do 60-40, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
We do not promote a 50-50 lifestyle here on the How to Hustle podcast behind it. We are not about that. We are not about the gas bill.
But that's the
But
thing.
you can't because that's how she
We are
might
not about
be.
the gas bill. It's a bean 20. I got my $60 over here at the How to Hustle podcast behind it.
That's the thing. As a woman, you do want to be taken care of. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm this super feminist and I want to pay that nigga bills. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is a lot of times when we're dating, let me finish, Hype. I see you giving me a lot of times when we're dating, some men come into it automatically wanting you to just Tashi say it all the time, blindly trust you. And I don't know you to blindly trust you. We can get there, but I feel like some men are waiting to even get there so that I can trust you and follow.
All right, so guys, see.
Oh, no.
This is why I needed y'all for these episodes. I know y'all all locked in and listening. Couple of these different things y'all talked about are old episodes, which you can find on How to Hustle Podcast with Hype. What do you hear when you hear the word submission? That was one I did, but I believe that was with Tough Talk Toronto.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Now, Tachi's brought this up too. Trust. I got trust issues and no problem admitting it. I've been married 6 years. Love you, boo. But I got trust issues with no problem admitting it. It takes years and damn near decades to build up enough trust for me to let you know what my social security number is and where my mom live and all that type shit. Like, I don't just be giving out that kind of information. I meet you on the corner or around the corner before I let you know all of that type shit. But something that Jess is touching on here, this is where the confusion comes in here. I totally understand what you're saying. Why am I instantly submitting to somebody if I've been already on my own doing this shit for all these years and all this time? All I know is this way. But once you find that person to find a person that you say, like, I want to choose you above everybody else, it makes you look at this and say, I have to change the way that I look at everything, because I'm looking at everything about what can I do that's best for me and my daughter at this particular time? How do I get us down the field? Once you have somebody else, now I got to take into your account your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, and how you view the world, and how can we collaborate? Same thing like I was just saying with how are we going to collaborate to make this work for us? It's not about like, well, I'm the man, and because I said we eating chicken tonight, we eating chicken tonight. Nah, it ain't that type of situation. It's wholeheartedly a collaborative effort, because we are two equal people. We're equal people. We're just doing different jobs. The job that you have, exactly. It's like a team. The job that you have as the woman and the job that I have as the man are equal jobs. I can't score these points without my wife doing her part of the job. She couldn't score the points without me doing my part of the job. We both got an equal role. It's just not the same role. Now, when you say, yeah, we all want to be taken care of and all of that, this is where the disconnect always gets in. The women of today always say, like, yeah, we want to, like, not everybody, because always not everybody. You want to be taken care of, but you don't want to do the things that leads the man to want to take care of you.
That's not me. So that's not these two.
I don't. No.
Wait. Say it one more time.
When I'm saying these things too, I don't want us all to take them personally, like we just talking to each other. Y'all know international Hank. This is going everywhere. This is for everybody to hear and take all of this in.
Repeat that for me one more time, bro.
Bruce didn't hear.
When somebody says, like, I'm looking for you to be able to still provide for me and do for me, but you have to do the things that makes him want to do those things for you. Like, if you do this, I'll do that. Like, so you can't be like, we can't both drive the car. You can't say I want to be chauffeured around, but I also want to drive. How you gonna do both? You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Now, it don't never make sense to me, those 50-50 situations. That's just like, I mean, that's not how, same thing like we talking about with Uncle. That ain't what I came from. That's not what I saw. That's not the way that I understood it. That I don't understand. That's why I said we don't promote that over here at the How to Hustle Podcast. But yeah,
that never worked out either.
Hey, I know somebody.
Somebody gonna get tired of it.
I'm saying, yeah, I got my beam 50. Cable bill was 300.
Like, but that's not. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Everybody different. They just need a book on his marriage. They just need to book on his marriage. When I got married, I ain't know nothing.
That right there.
When I got married, listen to what I'm saying. Women, when I got married, everything changed all around me. All around me. Everybody changed. Everything changed. My family changed. They looked at everything differently. Only person that didn't change was me. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Everything changed but me.
Everything changed but me. Change though, because now everything got to be.
But who told me that? My dad wasn't around to tell me this. I'm not saying it's my fault.
Wait, I'm confused.
I'm not saying it's my fault.
Hold up. You said my dad was there, and then you said my dad wasn't around.
He didn't tell me. No. Yeah, he passed away, but I'm just saying he wasn't there to tell me.
My bad. Okay.
How what happens when you this far in? Like I'm in 8 years at the time before we got married, and then once we got married, no one told me I can't do the same shit that I used to do.
See, that was like you said, that was the homework situation that you were supposed to do. I got plenty of
where did you get the homework? Where did you get that from?
I got aunts, I got cousins, I got uncles, I got people who I love and lean on about these different relationship aspects, so that once I get to the problem, I don't looking to argue. Me and my wife,
I talk to people, I ask questions. I ask hella questions.
My wife we start talking in 2006. We had all the conversations that you can have about, she's Christian, I'm Muslim. How you gonna raise kids? What type of, like, how you gonna do holidays? How you gonna do everything? We talked about all of that shit before we got there with a baby going, well, you want to go take some Easter pictures? And it's like, well, what you talking about? Like, now we just butting heads. You got to communicate and talk about all that shit. I got to talk to my uncle, my cousin, my aunt, who I know, people who are in real marriages and real situations, not my man who I know still knocking off something on the side, because he's not getting where I'm trying to go to. That's not the picture that I want to paint for these kids. That's not the picture that I want to paint for myself or for her. So yeah, once you get married, everything got to kind of change gradually, because now the name that you putting down here for your emergency contact ain't your mom no more or your cousin. It's this woman. Like when you start to do life insurance and shit, it's this woman. Like it's no longer my cousin, my man. Or like things have to change. You got to start to change. You got to start looking at shit differently. You got to start looking at shit like, look, nigga, I can't be over here watching the game with you 6 days in a row because now we ain't having dinner. Now my kids is used to me not being around. Now they used to her not being around. So now we're creating a dynamic where we're not building together. Like I said, it could be either we could gradually go like this because somebody cheated on somebody or something, or we could just slowly start to veer. Touch, you look like you holding it in. Come on, Touch, give me something.
I'm just taking in all these manly opinions.
But come on, give us some of those. That's why we have the women sitting here from the What Up Though podcast. We need some of those female views and opinions now. Come on, girl.
It's not even nothing specific. I feel like I said my piece on why I don't want to get married. I agree with what a lot of y'all are, what most of y'all are saying about how y'all feel. Because as far as Bruce, I get it. Because I love to be by myself. And Lord, if I could send my child somewhere else, get the fuck out my face so I can have 2 hours of peace. Absolutely. And I get fear behind not wanting to lock yourself into that life. Like, damn, okay, eventually is this gonna calm down? Or am I gonna lock myself into it forever and nobody ever gonna shut the hell up talking to me? I get it.
Here's the thing. Can I say something? I don't know if it's gonna piss y'all off or not, but I'm fucked up. Like I came from that sitcom shit. When you have a baby, you're supposed to marry you're supposed to marry. So I mean that's why I'm not saying everybody. That's in my mind. That's in my mind. When she had this baby, in my mind it was like, yo, I'm gonna take care of her for the rest of my life and take these kids on for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? I don't even, and it's crazy part, I don't even have no blood. You know what I mean? But I took on this role. Me and his mom is not even together no more. And I still, in my mind, I still got to take on this role.
There's nothing wrong with that because you could have fucked kids up in the head. You could have tore their asses up for the rest of their life.
Yeah, but I would not be able to sleep at night. But the whole thing.
But a lot of people can.
Once I accept it, oh yeah. But it's just amazing how, if I'm gonna have a kid with you, I might as well start a whole family. You're not gonna do it for play.
Yeah.
If you're gonna give me a baby, why not, man? Put a ring on your finger. You gave me a baby, cuz.
Look, we because you're talking to two single parents.
Those are two different situations.
Not single and they got help. Single and we don't have any help. So we commend you for that.
I'm just saying, if y'all, I just want to put this out here because I've been trying to hold this up for 2 weeks since I told you. Yeah, that's the greatest gift that you're gonna give a man. Why are you not gonna get no ring for that?
According to you, it's the greatest gift.
I hate when people say. It's
the greatest gift. It's the greatest gift. That's amazing.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What can you give me? What can you give me? Right. Yeah, but I'm just saying in this marriage. Yeah, but I'm just saying we talking about that marriage shit.
Hold up, man.
It's supposed to be a process to this.
I hate when people say like the woman gave you the gift of the child. It's like we gave that to each other because if I don't put it in you, you don't have it. So like,
she didn't have to give it to you, cuz.
This is another thing. This is another thing. We can be honest here on the How to Hustle podcast.
Exactly.
The best night of my life was not one of those times I was sitting in the hospital waiting for one of my lovely children to be born. Okay.
How did that happen? Hold on. How did that happen? Did you receive that baby? Did you receive that baby when they came out and they handed that baby to you? That's your gift, nigga. She almost died on that table.
You're welcome.
She almost died on that table for you. She almost died on that table for you. Let me tell you something. My nephew had a second baby.
How did you almost die on the table for me, though? You chose to have the baby.
Ladies, for you, to give you a gift.
Maybe sometimes you just don't pull out, that extra. Be all you need.
Let me tell you our story.
Stupid, bro.
Let me tell you our story. Nephew, I ran to the hospital. She was having a baby. He all smiling and she goes, "You want to see the baby?" I goes in the jar. He all smiling. She looked like she half dead. I turned around, cussed that nigga out. Look what you did to her,
bro.
Look what you did to her.
Lord, don't put nothing on you can't handle.
And you smiling. Go in there and give her a kiss or something, telling you she gonna be all right.
Nah, man, that joint probably all peasy. That joint probably all
That's
dumb
basically
peasy.
how
That
every have a
cold.
baby. They all everybody's like, oh,
the baby.
and you're sitting there like a dead body. You're like, oh.
Yeah, you in a dead fucking body.
You want to see a dead
Best
body?
gift in the world.
Bruce,
on,
jump in there for me,
Come on,
Bruce.
Come on,
Gift
come on,
my
Bruce.
ass,
What you
Unc.
gonna say? What you gonna
Gift
say?
my
What you
ass,
gonna say,
Unc. Jump in there, Bruce.
I honestly like. I agree with him.
Hey, listen to this. Listen to this. You can sit at the table and have all the fucking ingredients to make a cake, but she gonna put the shit in the oven.
If you didn't put the batter, if it's no batter, nigga, what you sticking a raw bowl in the oven?
What you mean? I just said you got all the ingredients.
It's definitely a collaborative effort.
It's a collaborative effort. Copy, Bruce. That's
but
all
at
I
the same time,
be acknowledged.
But at the same time, the child, the child is the gift, so they say. She didn't have to, just like I didn't have to.
Copy.
She saw something in you that made her say, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna give it to him. She saw something in you, cuz.
Because I know a lot of women. I know a lot of women that got pregnant and dipped on the dude.
Go ahead, Bruce. Say it again.
I know a lot of women that got pregnant and dipped on a dude who was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's why I said, like, I mean, everybody's situation is different. And if you know you got an ain't shit nigga who ain't gonna do nothing for his last 3 kids, and now you don't have one by him, ain't no reason for you to stick by and think that you're gonna be the one that changed him. If you got a chick who got 2 kids and she ain't doing shit for the 2 she got, when you got one with her, nigga, you need to get your kid away from her. You don't need to just leave the kid there and be like, oh no, because we had a baby. But we getting off topic because we're not talking about babies. We're talking about marriage.
Right.
And why it is that, we are anti, not me. Love you, baby. 6 years. But go ahead, Bruce. Through the course of this conversation, what are the things that you've heard that have, perked your interest a little bit?
The situation with Unc, where first off, I salute him. I'm a stepfather, a bonus father, whatever you want to say. Nothing better than raising a child, whether it's yours or not. You know what I'm saying? I've never heard him say that's my stepson or whatever the case may be. I salute him. I don't call my stepson my stepson. It's my son. And is the situation with his ex. I feel like they weren't equally yoked. They wasn't on the same level mentally. Because they didn't experience the same things, and therefore trying to come together, like Haim said with his wife, with him being Muslim and her being Christian. Y'all have to compromise. Y'all have to come together and work together, but y'all have to both want to do that. Sometimes, a lot of times in people's situations, they don't want to do that. Like they said, like Tachi said, it's a submission thing, and I hate that word, but people don't want y'all submit to each other. It's not just the woman submitting to the man. He's the king.
Absolutely.
He's the man of the household. He's King Kong. But it don't work like that because somebody ain't gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both have to want it. Y'all both have to put in that work to do it, and y'all have to come together. That's the main thing. But you can't bring somebody along that don't want. You can't lead somebody that don't want to be led. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I was trying to get to that with Jess too, because Jess said that, and it's like, yeah, we both supposed to be submissive to each other. You gotta be strong enough to understand that you need to be weak in certain areas to grow with this person because you want to be with this person. And it's like, I love you so much that I'm gonna just shut the hell up and let you take this. You might be better at managing money than I am, so I'm not just gonna say I got the money because I'm the man. That's just fucking stupid. That's just getting in our own way, cutting our nose to spite our face. Like, you can't just say I'm the better cook, so I'ma just cook. Or like, without us trying to grow these different situations and trying to just do what's best for us. It's also something like Unc said, there was no book and nobody to show you. There is no book. There's no one size fits all for these things. Everybody's situation is different. The way it works for you might not be the way that works for me, but that don't mean that it can't still work. It's just all about how much work are you willing to put in. Like Jess was saying on that episode, I think like I just said, I think it was 97. When Jess said, as soon as the nigga said something, I said, look, do you want to break up? Because like I can't be doing this. I'm not fucking with you right now. You can't look at it like that. When you find a person that you want to be with, you're gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna fight through this shit because I love you enough to get there.
How do you know what's fighting for? Like what's worth fighting for if we can't agree?
I told you you touched a nerve. That is a future episode in the 80s of How to Hustle podcast. Okay.
Is
This
the
is
next
79.
episode?
Hurry up,
Not-
because I be able to give the answer.
Okay, that's probably like 83, 84, something like that. You know what I'm saying?
We don't got 5 weeks.
Right.
We got 1 day.
Right. I gotta go home tonight.
I told y'all we like to build
I
the
need another answer
anticipation.
today.
Okay. We want niggas saying, damn, Hype, when you gonna put that out? Patience.
Look,
Go ahead,
This
though,
nigga
Josh.
ain't got 5 weeks.
Oh, damn.
Hey,
We
but that's
need the
real
advice
though.
now.
Well,
That's real though.
send that nigga the episode from last week. Just tell, oh yeah, we was on Hype podcast. This was 3 months ago. But before we wrap this one up, I appreciate y'all coming on. Again, if a listener or a panelist ever on the show, I did this episode I did with Sonny too. Shouts out to Sonny. Judgments are perfectly fine. Everybody looks at you all day, every day, and go, you fat, tall, skinny, small, light skin, dark skin, big teeth, big nose. People judge you all day long. Everybody's going to judge you, your situation, or whatever it is. And that's fine, because I don't really give a fuck what you think about my situation. But I never want nobody to listen to none of this shit and take it personally, like I'm attacking you. So if you just listening to this shit and you feel like, oh, you was talking about me when you said this, that, or whatever, I might have been, but you don't need to take it personal. So before we wrap this one up, I appreciate all y'all for coming on. This is everybody's multiple times y'all have all been on the podcast. I need y'all to throw out your handles, let everybody know where they can follow y'all situations at and all of that good stuff. We're gonna start with you, because we know you gotta get to that name.
Yeah. You can follow me at Philadelphia Big on Instagram. You can follow at BTG Podcast 215 on Instagram. And it is what it is. I ain't never getting married again.
You said it was a possibility.
he said, fuck
Who,
that.
me?
Never say never,
She out
man.
there,
Never say never.
She out there.
She might not.
She gonna slide.
might not be, and
She
that's
gonna
okay.
slide. She gonna slide in Oak DMs and say, "Wasn't you on both sides of the wall?"
Somebody gonna listen to this. Like,
Enjoy your peace, King.
Can I say something real quick, man? Because it's just a new revelation. My boy, his dad just got remarried. This is his 3rd time get married, but tripped this though.
Damn.
But listen though, the man is low key a genius because he was dating and got engaged to his next door neighbor.
So he already knew, kind of. He had the cheat code type of thing.
Them niggas stay in the separate houses.
They got big houses right next to each other.
A dream, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The man is a genius.
See, Touch, the problem there is when I roll over in the middle of the night and you're not there. Okay, when I roll over and you're not next door, I said I rolled over and you're not here.
We can
Okay.
together. That's just more space. I could spend the night.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You can't do that.
Hey man,
So what you want to do if I need help with my bill or something? If I need help with my bill, you got your own electric bill.
Nah, ain't no help with the bills, B. I don't need your help with the bills.
No, what I'm saying is,
I'm going to my house. See y'all later. Somebody needs to do the dishes.
Oh, you don't love me.
And I'm dropping the kids off over there.
I'm saying you don't love me.
It was a beautiful situation to me. I was like, wow.
Oh, yes.
Say, because look, ain't nobody got to move. Look, you make me mad, I could just walk my ass home. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta take the trash.
No, listen, this is what I'm
saying.
I'm
over here taking out recycling and trash in 2 cribs. I'm cutting grass in 2 spots. Hell no.
No, nothing. None of that changes. None of that changes.
But listen, this is what I'm saying. That's why my shit didn't work, because I have 3 houses. Every time I got in an argument, I don't have to take this shit. I got 3 different cribs to go to. And everybody telling me, you can't do that. They telling me you can't do that. Go back home, you can't do that. Yeah. I got 3. She comes after I get there the next morning, she's there banging on the damn door. Or when you coming back home, and I go back home. But everybody around me saying you cannot leave. Even her, you can't leave.
don't just have to be for the negative. It can be for the positive. Y'all got a change in scenery. No, we coming to stay at your house this week.
Paint
We
the
moving things
walls.
around.
But you can't leave. How you want to leave?
You want to change the
That's a beautiful
scenery? You
thing.
better
Money
paint
gets
these
tight. Y'all can
goddamn
rent a
walls.
house out. Like what? There's no bad. There's nothing that can go wrong there. Unless
It was a beautiful situation in my mind when I heard about it.
No, that's
Taj, the first time I roll over and you ain't here, I'm calling Jess.
Just
First
look out
time
the
I roll
window,
over,
bro.
Taj, and I do like this.
Just look out the window. You see my
calling
car?
Jess.
I'm at home.
Exactly.
How I'm gonna play free yourself of you next door. Now I gotta pull up in the driveway. Now I gotta pull up in the driveway and play it.
All you gotta do is connect to the Bluetooth.
Y'all think about the negative. Y'all think about the downside of it. I'm thinking about the plus. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, listen,
we ain't gotta share. We ain't gotta share closet space or nothing.
Hey Bruce.
I ain't got that much
shit. First time
shit.
you come home, listen. Hey, Hype. The first time he come home in his driveway, who that car? And there's an extra car in her driveway. You might look at who that car?
Oh hell no.
Oh, I ain't no hell. What you worried about it for?
That's why I said the first time I roll over and you ain't there, we got issues.
Man, come on, Cash.
I'm not even thinking about that though.
Oh, you not going to say who that car over there? You got an extra car over there. Who that? You not going to
But
call.
But we've been neighbors though.
That's your wife.
In fact, I'm gonna walk in.
We've been neighbors though, so it's like I already know your activity.
All right, hold up, y'all. We got to wrap up here. Podcast drive-through. We're getting to the COVID drive-through stages. Cars is back up.
We need a group chat.
It's time to make this 30-minute episode an hour episode. Like it's time to just go to an hour.
My bad. I didn't mean to set it off again. I'm just saying.
Just put me on.
What you do here is, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, what you do here is you turn this into a whole nother episode, make niggas hit the button again, y'all. Paid talent. Bruce,
but you know.
Throw out your handles, your information, and all that. And when are we getting you on Instagram, Bruce?
Man, I'm not a picture taking digger, man. We'll see, bro.
You're not on the gram?
Hell no, Bruce is Twitter only ass nigga.
Yeah, well, I'm on Facebook, Bruce LeeRoy, but I ain't even active on there like that. It's LeeRoy 2 E's.
Wait a minute. That's not your real handle, Bruce LeeRoy.
That's me, Bruce LeeRoy.
Damn. From last
LeeRoy.
Hey, Bruce, hold up. You gotta hit him with the real joint, Bruce. Give it to him, Bruce. Come on, don't give it to him, Bruce.
What you mean?
Salutations. This is Bruce LeeRoy.
Salutations, man. That's me, Bruce LeeRoy. You know what I'm saying? On Twitter is Glow Like LeeRoy. Like I said, that's 2 E's in LeeRoy. And on YouTube, that's Unpopular Opinions TV. That's the podcast. We will be coming back soon. The ladies are a little busy right now with their careers, but salute to Kai and my girl Jazz. We making it happen.
There's nobody left. It's just y'all.
That's us. You can find us on Instagram at Is It Pod Podcast at What Up Doe Pod, on Facebook at What Up Doe Pod.
Yes, we don't be on Facebook. Sorry,
we don't.
I don't either, but
catch us on the gram at What Up Doe Pod.
You can find her at Greer Diggy, me chasing she.
YouTube What Up Doe Podcast.
You can catch us in a couple weeks at the Detroit Choice Awards.
Period.
Nominated for top 3 podcast in Detroit.
Let's look that up now.
I don't know. It was a little.
That's good.
And where can they get the What Up Doe merch from? Since y'all didn't throw that out there.
Slide in the DMs.
It goes down in those DMs. You know the ladies don't want to get married, y'all. So you know what I'm saying?
DMs be going crazy.
They
all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming on episode 79. Appreciate y'all hitting the button. We are not out.
No.
Out.
All right.
It didn't stop. We're not done yet. Hold up.